For sheer decorative exuberance and display, the Alhambra or the Red Castle in southern Spain has no equal. Externally, it is a rude congregation of towers and battlements, with no regularity of plan nor grace of architecture, and giving little promise of the grace and beauty which prevail within. This was the American writer Washington Irving's description of the Alhambra in 1829, and today the contrast is just as striking. Externally, this was a fortress, a defensive stronghold with 23 towers built by the Moors at a time when Islamic power in Spain was threatened by Christian resurgence. Internally, it is an attempt to create paradise. The Alhambra served the Nasrid dynasty of Granada as military headquarters, administrative center, and royal palace. It was begun by the founder of the dynasty, Muhammad I al-Ghalib, in the middle of the 13th century, but the royal apartments date from the reigns of Yusuf I and Muhammad V in the second half of the 14th century. Courtyards, corridors, and water conduits combine to create a remarkable sequence of vistas. The decoration is sumptuous and ubiquitous in the form of ceramic tiles, pierced stonework, carved foliage designs, and amazingly elaborate calligraphy. Many have seen this as the crowning achievement of Islamic decorative art in the West, delicate, elegant, and technically superb. Certainly, there is something curiously insubstantial and otherworldly about the exuberant Muqarnas vaults, riotous honeycomb-like structures suspended from wooden frames which are themselves supported on slim columns. Verse inscriptions speak of the stars and the heavens. Water runs in channels to symbolize the four rivers of the Islamic paradise, and both water and light are employed by the architects as essential components in the overall design. The Alhambra's plan is one of gardens and courtyards, usually with apartments opening off each of four sides. The names themselves are evocative. The coat of myrtles, planted in the beds beside a long pool. The Hall of the Two Sisters, actually two white marble stones built into the floor, and the Court of the Lions, named after the antique fountain supported by 12 stone lions that stands at the center. The Hall of the Ambassadors was intended for official business, royal audiences, and court procedures, but again the imagery is that of a paradise. The chamber has a wooden ceiling 60 feet above ground. The carving is said to be an attempt to suggest the heavens. By the mid-13th century, Granada was the last major Moorish kingdom remaining in Spain. The Nasrid dynasty ruled it for about 250 years under an unbroken succession of 25 sovereigns. They were notable patrons of art and learning and attracted the great Muslim historian Ibn Khaldun to their highly civilized court. The Nasrids finally left Granada in 1492. The Emperor Charles V built his own palace within the Alhambra walls in the 16th century, but later the building suffered neglect and a part of the Nazareth fortress was destroyed by the Napoleon's forces. During the 19th century, the romance of the place captured the imagination of such visitors as Victor Hugo, Theophile Gautier, and Washington Irving, whose Tales of the Alhambra was published in 1829. It was partly as a result of these authors' descriptions that efforts were made to halt the decay to preserve the Alhambra.